Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Arcane, you guys. I am so hooked on this show already. I was surprised but also not surprised at just how quickly I got so invested in everything. I know the way it had been built up to me by you guys and everything. I knew I was in for something great, but I think it really even took me by surprise that I just got so invested in it so quickly. The characters, I felt so like immersed in the world. I just really had a great time with it. Episode 1 was a huge winner. I cannot wait to see even more episodes. I will briefly just kind of fill you in on how I'm feeling this week after watching episode 1. But first, I just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means that you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, please remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button for me. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So yes, episode 1 was great. I think they did a really, really good job. You know, as you know, like before the episode, I was kind of like, I don't know anything about League of Legends. And I got a lot of reassurance from you guys after the fact, as well. And I could also just tell from the episode that like, they're not relying on you knowing any background stuff about like, this is a completely standalone thing. And I think that they did a really great job of just showing me how everything works. I really love the visuals. I've been filled in a lot about just kind of like the ins and outs of the animation and how, like, what a great job they do with that on the show. I love the kind of dichotomy between like the upper and lower worlds, visually, and also just what they're building up in the story. I gotta say, there's the music is spectacular. There's so much good about the show, but I have to say, if I had to predict what the best thing about this show is going to be, I'd have to say it's probably going to be the characters, because the characters pulled me in immediately, like immediately. That opening scene was just really emotional and really great, and I'm loving the sisters so far, Vi and Powder, and I like their little crew. As you know, it's probably going to take me a little while to learn all their names, but I'm really liking the guy who, I had his name last time and then I lost it, but the guy who took them in and who kind of like seems to run this this big establishment in the kind of like underground world. I liked that we had a little adventure that also kind of showed us a lot about the dynamic between the characters, the way that Vi feels about her sister, the way that Powder feels about how she's seen in the group. And I gotta say, I don't put any blame on Powder. I mean, it sucks that they lost all their loot and everything. By the way, you guys let me know that like the water's probably toxic. That's probably why they couldn't jump in and get it. Cause I'm like, does anyone know how to swim? Cause like, it's probably not like gone. But yeah, no, we don't want to jump in toxic water for sure. It makes total sense because we're underground. I would imagine it's probably all like, on par with maybe like sewage. So could be wrong about that, but not great. Probably don't want to jump in there. Do we have a fishing rod by any chance? What do you think the odds are we could catch it with a fishing rod? Anywho, you know, I think that whole setup did a lot for showing, you know, this is Powder. These are her strengths. This is where she's at. This is how she feels about herself in relation to this group. This is where Vi is coming from. A few of you who also love Ruby, like myself, kind of mentioned there's a little bit of a Ruby Yang vibe there, and I totally see that. I love the sister bond. I love them both a lot so far. They're very, very different characters, but I love them and I love their relationships so far. And of course, you know, at the end, we got this kind of scary little peek into what is going on. There's some kind of like weird experimentation going on. So that's definitely going to be a thing. You know, I thought kind of our villains were going to be the people who lived above ground. And I could kind of see by the end of it that, like, you know, while we don't get along great with people who live up there in like the underworld, there is like an understanding. There's an understanding, and that's kind of why we don't push the envelope with missions. of the stealing kind. I think probably the real villain's going to be whoever we saw at the end there, who was doing some nefarious stuff. So, guys, I'm really excited to just jump in and find out more. Like I said, this has already got me like completely hooked, and I want to see the next step. So what do you say we just jump on in? Let's go. Oh,
careful.
This is the person.
Money you're dropping.
This is the person. Is this the person who's
Hello?
This is the
Someone
person
in there?
who we stole from.
Hey, open up!
Whoa, yep, this is what was going on the other side. Whoa. Oh my god, was he alright? He's knocked out for sure. I think he's, yeah. I think he's gonna be okay. Yeah, I know you got a brief glimpse. Before we ran. Whoa. Maybe he's not okay. Oh, wait. Where are we now? What the heck? This is a flashback. This is him and his mom. Oh, dang. So he's kind of had a tragic past as well. Who's there? This is what I was picturing when I heard League of Legends. I was picturing like this. Whoever this is. Oh, and this person has some kind of thing that looks like the sphere from... Can you help? Oh, that they are, and we're doing magic. We're doing straight up magic. So that's what you can use these to do. You can use them to like harness magic and then use it to cast spells and stuff. What are we? We're getting them out. We're getting them out. We're getting them out. Thank you, stranger. I don't know who you are, but you've helped us. So good. Whoa. That. It looks like, oh my god. It looked like he was holding the world in his hands. Now this individual's got some of...
There's a lot of restricted items here, and I don't see any pyramids. You right?
Is this person the inventor? Who's
Science, I guess.
Science happened.
Science?
Who it may serve you to remember is also head of the council. Sent
Oh.
to ensure that anything dangerous is removed safely, which
Okay.
according to my list includes you.
What?
What?
How am I dangerous?
It's for the council to decide.
Whoa. Oh no. All right. I already am rooting for this new guy. Huh?
Imprisonment. What a curious principle. We confine the physical body, yet the mind is still free. I do love a good conundrum.
So
I remember the first
cute.
time I saw you at...
I believe I've discovered something truly incredible. A
Okay.
way to harness magic through science.
Magic.
That's what we're dealing with, magic. Okay.
Only to discover some are better left unsolved.
Okay.
This, I'm afraid, is one of them. Own your mistakes before the council. Admit your work was dangerous. But speak nothing of magic. Do
Okay.
that, and I theorize you'll get away with, how do you say, a slap on the wrist.
Okay. Little slap like that one. So, part of me wants to say don't mess with things that shouldn't be messed with. The other part wants to say, are we being a little narrow-minded and not even exploring it? Really don't know how I feel about it quite yet.
Top side of business ain't my concern.
Top side is what we call.
Now, give me a name.
Hey guys, you should
Let's get out of here. Whoa. That's, yeah, they're not going to take kindly to being spit on.
Got nothing.
Oh, she's got something. She's got something. I feel like we're good at eluding this kind of... Whoa, never mind. Nice. See, Powder can do cool stuff. Don't underestimate Powder. Oh, no. We're surrounded, guys. It looks like we're surrounded. Dang it. Oh, yeah, little man. All right, little man for the win. Okay.
What of today's trial?
His name is Jayce of House Talus.
A house.
Jeez.
They're toolmaker.
This one.
That's well, that's a child's toy.
Okay. Well, good. Nothing wrong with that. I'm surrounded by toys, you guys.
This will blow over. We just need to stand together.
The Vander I knew, the one who built
Vander.
the underground, wouldn't be afraid to fight.
Do I look afraid?
No, you look weak.
You know what? There's also such a thing as knowing to pick your battles.
The Enforcer's butts was just the four of us. Imagine what the whole of the lanes could do.
It's gonna start something
Why aren't we?
we can't finish or might be too dangerous for us to finish. I agree with Vander.
Vander's gotta deal with the Enforcers.
What deal?
Oh, we didn't know about this. We didn't know about this. Okay.
The materials were far more dangerous than I was aware of. And I now know my actions were against Academy regulations.
We're
What I
just
did
gonna go with
endangered
the
you. It was
apology.
reckless.
I believe that one day he will be a great contributor to our society.
I'm liking
Destroyed
this.
a building. Is this the sort of contribution we can expect?
If you were a scientist, you'd know you can't make a prototype without breaking a few wrenches.
Aww.
To show for your work, but
It came to nothing.
So you're saying your study was meaningless?
It was revolutionary.
Well,
All I see is a boy meddling with things he doesn't understand.
The Academy seems to have loosened its standards.
This is a fine.
wow. They're pushing him. He's gonna have an outburst. He's gonna have an outburst. Oh
I
boy.
was trying to create magic.
Oh no, there it is. There it is. Stop chewing.
has anyone even tried it before?
He's trying it now.
The Arcane is the curse of our world. My race
Curse.
was nearly destroyed by it.
Interesting.
The pioneers think of the wonders we created. Let me prove.
Enough!
Oh, we don't want
You
any
understand what's at
magic.
stake.
Okay.
But how can you? That's a burden that only I here carry.
Because he was the live one. Yep.
In the wrong hands. It corrupts.
Caught it. It's a very volatile power.
Civilizations.
I could see how we just kind of want to leave it alone. I could
Cannot
see that.
happen.
He must be banished from Control.
Wow. Uh-oh.
My son isn't in his right mind. His entire life he's chased an impossible dream. What he did was foolish and unwise. But he has a good heart. Please.
She doesn't want him to get banished.
Can't be
So, can we
Perhaps in this
not
manner,
ban
a
it?
lesser sentence may
Yeah, he was like trying to help him out.
Jayce be summarily expelled from the academy and
Aww.
remanded to the care of his parents.
He's like, I was playing with my toy. I'm sorry, what's going on? Oh, he's so bright though. I don't know, guys. I totally get how like this whole world seems to have been established as a way of getting away from the very volatile power of magic. But it is kind of too bad to just not even be open to the idea, you know? I don't know. I honestly don't know how to think or feel because I don't know how it's going to turn out, you know? I mean, maybe it is too much. Maybe we should just leave it alone. Maybe that kind of power doesn't belong in anyone's hands. Or maybe... Oh!
You're looking for four children. The ones in the circles round Pildover's fine.
No.
What about him?
Don't look so concerned. I'm about to make your day.
Oh, that's a very scary face. That is not a make your day face. That's a end your life face.
I have to say something.
Magic saved your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it doesn't sound like we're very magic friendly here.
To let it go.
I could have convinced the council.
Sweetie.
My own family won't help me. I'll find someone who will.
Ah, but she was trying to help you, though. They were, like, really close to banishing you. I know you think you could have talked your way out of that, but it was not going well.
Could it work? Could these stones really invoke magic?
Nonsense. It's far too unstable.
Could you stabilize it?
Why would I?
I don't think he, yeah.
Leads to more problems. And that poor boy has enough of them already. There.
He probably doesn't want any part in it after
Research will be safely disposed of.
living through. Oh, I think this person wants to. Oh, yeah, they're going to straight up take it.
There's a monster inside all of us.
Oh, boy.
What?
Time to unleash it, in your case.
No, it'll kill me.
Oh, God. I don't think you have a choice. Oh, I see. He's going with it. He's going with it. Not that he had much of a choice. Oh, good Lord. Ugh. Oh, his eye kind of looked like the person's eye, the one who was talking.
Your name's no good now.
Oh.
My dad says you're a misfit. Now, we can't be friends anymore.
So why are you out here?
I'm a misfit too, I suppose. What will you do?
Join the Talus Hammer business, I guess.
You can't do that.
No, I can't.
He believes in what he was
Come
doing.
inside,
He can't just leave it.
Now.
Oh.
I just wanted to explain.
I think you've done enough.
Because it probably is a mark on their reputation that he got in trouble, right? So that's probably why they're mad at him.
What can I get you?
4 sump rats will do. Search the place.
Oh, dang it. You know, if we weren't so busy fighting each other, maybe we could focus on, like, the scary dude doing experiments for a second.
I ran into an old friend of yours. He had some stories.
Uh-oh. Old friend, you don't mean scary guy, do you?
You weren't always the peacekeeper, were you?
Yeah, well, you can't escape the past. Here's
Something
shame
bad
if I
happened.
Put them on again. Stones. Oh, it's hard to clean.
Oh, if you make a mess, is what he's implying. So he used to be like a kind of a warrior, I think. Oh God, he's so good. Oh, thank God they didn't look up. Oh, hold on. Please don't. Oh God, please. Hold on. No. Get. Oh shit. She sees what's gonna happen. Shut the door. Oh.
You're just a small man in a little hole the world forgot to bury.
You know what? You're gonna regret saying that.
I'm gonna bury the lot of you.
Good God. There's so much animosity here. Like, how did these two worlds become so at odds? I guess maybe it has something to do with the fighting he used to do.
You heard him. They won't stop. We need to fight back.
I don't think...
And if you won't...
Don't.
I will.
He's really just trying to protect you guys.
What I don't understand is how you can work with them. We were here. We saw what they did. I grew up knowing I'm less than them. That my place is down there. I want Powder to have more than that, and I'm willing to fight for it.
That's wonderful.
So was I, thinking things could change. If I hadn't, your parents would still be alive.
He can't, yep.
I know you want to hurt the Topsiders for what they've done to us.
So they did something to them.
Clanger?
Powder. That's what I'm afraid. I don't want to start losing people because we went and started a fight. But I didn't realize that the Topside had done that to them. I get that. And I don't want us to lose any people now. However, it is kind of looking like maybe we don't have a choice. It does seem like they're going to be coming back. Wouldn't it be nice if we could all work together and not just be so divided? And I really feel like we're going to have more to deal with pretty soon. What are you doing? What? Wait. What are you doing? What are you... Just...
Am I interrupting?
Oh, God. Please don't sneak up on him when he's about to jump.
I was intrigued by what you said at the trial.
That makes you the only one.
Yes, well, I wanted to talk about your work. This hex tech theory of yours.
It's not a theory. I saw with my own eyes what magic can do.
He's experienced it.
No one believed me.
Nobody's ever believed in me.
Maybe he's here to help.
Triple from the Undercity.
Really?
Outsider the moment I stepped foot in Piltover.
How? I didn't even realize you could do that.
Patron or a name. I simply believed in myself.
Wow.
Which is why I'm here.
No one thinks it can be done.
He
When
does.
you're going to change the world, don't ask for permission.
Got it back for him.
It's Victor.
Victor. Okay, cool. Thanks, Victor. So precious. Please don't let anything happen to her.
You know,
Please don't let anything happen to her.
what makes you different makes you strong. Always remember that, okay?
She's so smart. And they're gonna play this cheery song while stuff is going down, aren't they? Come on, have some. You and your bunny look thirsty. Oh no, they're coming back. Oh no. What is happening? They're coming back. They're coming back and we're getting ready to fight. Is that what's happening? All right, you guys. I love that episode. I love that we're getting deeper and deeper into this world now. So I'm starting to put together now that what happened at the beginning of the last episode when they showed us Vander saving Vi and Powder. That was an attack by the top world. So they were at war at some point. I don't know exactly what they were fighting over. I can venture to guess that a lot of it had to do with just probably the people in the underworld wanting just rights and access and just not being seen as, you know, like less than human. Like she was saying, they were just, she's been raised, or from a young age, she thought she was like less than a person. And that's how people from the underworld are seen. We know that from what Victor said as well. So I'm guessing probably they were fighting just for basic rights. But I'm really not sure exactly what the fight was about. But they were fighting. Vander was leading the charge, it seems. And after that happened, Vander very understandably felt guilt over all the people who... See, that's what happens, though, is when you lead a big charge like that, you're going to lose a lot of people. And that's why I was like, oh my god, I'm with Vander. I don't want us to go starting, like, any fights that we don't want to finish. But that being said, I don't know if they're going to have a choice now, because it seems like the enforcers are just going to keep coming. I'm guessing probably there was a lot of loss on both sides, which is why the kind of like commander general person we keep seeing, the one who has a deal with Vander, probably lost people as well. And they came to an understanding that, like, look, we have to learn to coexist somehow, or else there's just going to be so much bloodshed on both sides. It is very, very unfortunate. I totally get where Vi's coming from, that, like, of course you wouldn't want your sister, your loved one to grow up thinking and feeling that way, because that's like the norm of the world. I totally get that, and I do think that should change. I do worry an awful lot about starting a big fight, because I feel like that's not going to lead anywhere good. Meanwhile, we got to know Jayce in this episode, who is a very interesting individual, was saved by the power of magic, and I think that what we saw in his backstory was a little bit closer to like what I was thinking of for League of Legends. We're seeing what I'm guessing was a mage who saved him and his mom, left a little bit of the explosive blue stuff behind, but man, that was an incredible sight to see when that individual was like holding the world in their hands. That was pretty spectacular. I could see how that would make such an impression, and it did. So I'm guessing he manufactured what Powder had taken, because he was just left with a little bit from that person. So he must have made the spheres on his own, and it works. It has power. So he was like onto something for sure. It wasn't just, you know, a crazy theory. I'm also gathering that magic was the root of a lot of problems at one point, and it does seem like, again, I don't know where to land on this, because like it could be that we go down this road and we aren't able to regulate a power that large. On the other hand, I totally see where Jayce is coming from, that like you could really use that. Like we shouldn't just stay away from it because we're so scared of it. We should at least give it some consideration. But again, like this could be a situation where like, nope, this power was too much for our world and it brought everything like to the ground. So it's really hard to say like who's right or wrong. I do support Jayce wanting to at least like just the discovery aspect of it. It just seems like so sad to just put an end to it before it's even started. Thankfully, it looks like Victor is going to help him out. Victor being from the underworld as well. Very interesting. I did not know you could even like go from one world to another. I figured like they wouldn't even let you in. But it certainly doesn't sound like it was easy by any stretch of the imagination for him to come and make a life. Sounds like he really had to like scratch and claw every step of the way. Whereas, you know, Jayce had like a patron and everything who I guess was like sponsoring him or whatever. So yeah, I'm really starting to put together the nuances of this world. Definitely getting more and more invested. I cannot wait to know more. I know a lot of you have said like episode 3 is going to be mind-blowing. So I know we're really only just scratching the surface here of what's great about this show, and I cannot wait to see more. So you guys, there was just so much goodness in here. I'm loving, of course, like I feel like Violet and Powder are just like absolutely in my heart now. But I liked getting to know new characters as well, and I'm just seeing that there's going to be a whole lot of like gray area here. We're going to get probably a lot about both the necessity to stand up for what is right versus the horrors of war. And I'm just like anticipating that, because I've seen it on a lot of other shows, and I gotta tell you, it is not pretty. I mean, we see it in real life all the time, and it's just something that I really don't want to see it touch the lives of characters who I already love. So fingers crossed, it's just all gonna work out. It's gonna get real, isn't it? I know it's gonna get real. I'm so scared for Powder. Just please, oh my God, please don't let anything happen to Powder. I will be so upset. I'll be so upset. Oh God, guys. I don't want anything to happen to any of them, to be honest. And I feel like maybe characters like Jayce and Victor, who is from the same area that we're in now, you know, I feel like there's room for us to be working together, particularly when you throw in like, oh yeah, there's this whole other thing going on with like this, you know, really creepy person experimenting on people and making them into monsters. Not sure if that has to do with magic or not, but it is bad news. Eventually, I think we're probably just going to have a common enemy. We'll just all have to put our energies on that. So, all right, you guys, I am loving it. I just feel completely immersed. I just want to know more and see more, and I'm just really loving getting to know people on the show more and more, while also like expanding my knowledge of the world. And it's just, I was just sitting there watching it thinking, oh my God, I just feel like I'm watching actors. The animation is so detailed in the face. Like I don't know if I've ever seen animation that's that, not even like in a modern video game. That's really, really impressive. So you guys, I am loving it. I love this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.